Alright, what's going on, guys, and welcome back. So something I've been seeing a lot in my comment section that sort of goes hand in hand with that whole mobile when meme that has sort of been a thing on the channel for a while is people complaining or being downright like angry that they have to pay for Coromon, which, by the way, was never promised to be a free-to-play game. This is something that I've mentioned multiple times on the channel, especially in response to all of the comments asking when mobile is coming, that being the fact that a lot of these people are screaming and kicking that they want the mobile release, but to a large chunk of them, they're not actually willing to pay for the game itself. Now, it's one thing to be excited for mobile because you don't have a Switch or a PC, but it's entirely different to want mobile to come out because you're thinking that you'll be able to get around paying for the game, and I think that's what a lot of people were hoping for. I've expressed on my channel in the past that I'm not a big fan of free-to-play games in most cases. That's because a lot of the time free-to-play will just translate to pay to win or pay to actually enjoy the game on any level, because the game is ruined by its monetization system, which will generally introduce problems like ridiculous grind, with the only solution being microtransactions. So personally, I'm happy that Coromon on mobile is paid. It's at a very reduced price from the other platforms, and to compensate for this, there are a few items that you can purchase from the in-game shop in order to sort of get the game to the standard of where it is for PC and Switch. Coromon is an extensive game that took the developers almost a decade to fully develop and to get on mobile platforms, and the fact that some people would call the developers greedy for asking for $5 for the mobile version of the game or $20 for Steam and Switch is honestly kind of insane to me. Other titles in the genre from the indie scene cost far more than $5, and other mobile games that are free tend to be extremely predatory in terms of their microtransactions and will end up costing you far more if you actually want to have an enjoyable experience. Obviously, this isn't true across the board, but generally speaking, that's what I've seen. I almost do wish that they released a free version with tons of ads and all of the crappy practices that come with a lot of free-to-play mobile games, just to see how those same people would change their tune and complain about those systems while not actively being willing to support a much better model. I think a lot of this comes down to the fact that a lot of the people hoping for Coromon to come out on mobile are kids, and I understand as a child being disappointed. Especially, I've seen a lot of people say that their parents won't buy them the game, or that they don't have a card to access it or whatever, but at the end of the day, that's not the developer's responsibility. The developers are making a game that they're passionate about, but at the same time, they need to put food on the table and deserve to be compensated for their work. So while I and many others might think that it's a little bit ridiculous to be that upset that you have to pay $5 for Coromon, if you are someone that for whatever reason can't, just don't blame the developers about your situation, and instead understand that people deserve to get paid for the work that they put into something. But yeah, that being said, that's my little rant. The Coromon devs aren't greedy, and you're not owed a free game and or a decade of their hard work just because you can't or won't pay $5 for it. I've already seen people asking how to pirate the game, and it just sucks when stuff like this happens with indie devs when they're really putting it all on the line to make these games, whereas AAA studios tend to put minimal effort to maximize profits. Anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next one. I hope you're enjoying Coromon, and don't forget to subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time. Peace.